Hey! Nice to meet you. My name's Ron. Welcome to Hard to Deter. This is going to be a quick rundown of part 2 of why I am hard to deter. And I'll do my best to get this over with in under 5 minutes for part 2. So at 14, I move in with my dad, and I need to stop right there. And I need to back up because I don't want people to think I'm just out here bashing my parents on the internet, because they did the best they could with what they had, and they allotted me the childhood that they seen fit. Was it the best? Was anybody's best? Like, who for real had the best? What is the best? What does that look like? So they did what they could. My dad was poor. My mom was even poorer. They divorced when I was 4. So I moved in with him, and he is indeed a functioning alcoholic, and he was not working with his sister at the time. I take that back. I got to retract that because he had already moved on from that job and went running a forklift for somebody else. He was a forklift operator, which is kind of conveniently funny at this point because now I'm a heavy equipment operator. So I move in with him, and he doesn't give me the punishments that I deserve when I act a fool. He doesn't. He just doesn't, because he knows that I was already mistreated throughout most of my youth, and he fought hard to get custody of me, and finally at 14 we got it done. By then, though, my seeds of deception and lies and ruthlessness had already been sowed. I was partially raised by a man that used to be in a motorcycle club that I will not name. He was not a very friendly man, especially toward me, because him and my father didn't get along. And that's why I feel like he's gone now too, so I'm not going to sit here and bash on him, but I feel like he took out his dislike for my father on me, and I literally watched him kick a crap out of my dad as a lesson. My dad confronted him about some bumps and bruises that I had, and my dad then ended up with his own bumps and bruises. And he got his ass whooped by this guy. So, anyway, I run off. Run away. I did that several times in my teenage years. I just ran away. I don't know where the hell I was going or what I was doing, but I was going and doing it. Wasn't nobody gonna tell me no different. I was robbing, cheating, stealing, wheeling, dealing. I was racking up charges so fast. It was unbelievable. Unbelievable that I made it as long as I did before I got caught. It's just crazy. And I'm not going to go into a bunch of details about the crimes I was committing because, I don't want any new charges. So, long story short, I ended up with 9 felonies on my juvenile record that's sealed, and I got 3 charges that I was arrested for as an adult. I was only convicted of 1, so I got 1 felony on my adult record that has hindered me from jobs to this day, 20 years ago. There's no recovery from that, so y'all know. Once you're in the system, you're in the system. I mean, there's some things you can do to try and change that. In my case, it cannot be changed. I'll be a convicted felon for the rest of my natural-born life, and there's nothing nobody can do about it. So I take jobs where I can. I don't like changing jobs. I've been at this one for 7 years. Kind of looking for one right now. If there's anybody hiring. No, I'm just kidding. So, buck wild, man. I was just buck wild. And from 14 to 17 until the day I got arrested, which the 20-year anniversary is coming up in just a matter of about 4 days now. So, it changed my life forever. And I'm not going to bore you with the details of prison unless y'all want to know. I'll fill you in on that. I was there for just under 3 years in total on a 10-year sentence. At the time, Indiana was a 50% state, which means that you only had to do 50% of your time if you behaved yourself, and I did for the most part. And at the end of the day, when I got out, I was living with a stranger. And this man changed my life for the better in ways he'll never understand. And that man is my uncle. And when I start part 3 of this, tomorrow or Sunday or Monday, it'll be before the 23rd, because that's the day that this has all got to be out there. So I'm going to take off here, and I will leave y'all with that to think on. And I will pick it up when I was released from custody to my uncle, who I didn't even know. So anyway, y'all stay hard to deter, and we'll catch you on the other end of this. See you next time.